This Valentine's Day, I'll be the Mega Man of your dreams. I don't know, I was trying to make a joke. Hello, subscribers and future subscribers. I'm KarmaJolt. This game on the Mega Man Legacy Collection is going to be Mega Man 6. What's going on, Easy? I see you in the chat. Man, 2 holidays in a row. Yesterday was Mardi Gras. Yesterday was Mardi Gras Day. It's like the part of Mardi Gras that like not that many people actually celebrate super hard. But I had a Mardi Gras dinner with some chosen family. Ate way too much food as well as king cake. And now today's Valentine's Day. What's going on? Jeff Dennis Brown and Will _. Karma, dude, you remember what I said yesterday, right? Will, I don't remember any part of yesterday at all. To take over the world, Mega Man. Mr. X, why? I don't know, I just feel like taking over the world. I love the intro to this game, because it's like, during this crazy robot tournament, Mr. X started to take over the world. Like, what do you mean by that, man? I feel like you have to be a little bit more specific. Like, there's no general action that's like, oh, it looks like that guy's starting to take over the world right now. Anyway, this is Mega Man 6. I started streaming it yesterday, got about 22 minutes into it, and then my stream crashed. What's going on, Carlos Phillips and Anime Girl? I hope you didn't get the baby in the king cake. I did not, but my friend Bruce did. Okay, so in short, says Will, I am waiting with bated breath. This has me in suspense. Actually, my son Jack told me a great joke today. It goes, how do you keep a person in suspense? I'll tell you later. Anyway, let's start with Plant Man, because I feel like it. Yeah, yesterday was Mardi Gras. I wore my New Orleans Saints t-shirt yesterday, and am still wearing it today because I'm an adult and I can make my own decisions, and also I didn't do laundry. But this is Plant Man Stage. He lives in... I didn't see that very well camouflaged grasshopper-like robot. But yeah, this is Plant Man Stage, is what I was going to say. He lives in a cabin in the woods. And look, there's this crazy block here that's literally blocking me from getting those delicious Mega Man snacks. We'll show you how to open that later. The girl I was gonna ask out. Oh, wait. She said yes? The day before Valentine's Day. Yo, Will. I am very happy for you. Excellent work. Also, thank you for the donation yesterday, and I apologize that my stream crashed. Hopefully, that won't happen this time, Quirty Quirts. What's up with you? How are you doing? Yo, he gave me some life. But yeah, I mentioned this yesterday during the 22 minutes while I was streaming. In Mega Man 6, for whatever reason, they changed the Mega Buster. So in Mega Man 5, you shoot your pellets like normal, and it makes that wimpy little sound, which is adorable. And in Mega Man 5, when you charge your Buster, it looks and sounds like this, but then when you let go, you release a big old blast, and it's loud and intimidating, and it does a ton of damage. But in this game, it's smaller, and it makes the same sound effect as your regular Mega Buster. Like, why would they do that? Why would they change something? Why would they put effort into changing a mechanic to make it worse or less satisfying? I can see why they might, like, make it less powerful or have it charge not quite as fast, because in Mega Man 5, the Mega Buster was admittedly a little bit overpowered, but they didn't have to change the sound effect. Hellblade, what's going on? I'll be right back, says Carlos Phillips. Hey, I'll wait for you. Oversight, maybe? Yo, Denizen of Light? I mean, they would have had to do that intentionally, right? Because they could just use... Look, I don't know how programming works, but I assume they could copy and paste the code. Or just make a one-to-one recreation. Also, sliding in this game is a little worse than it is in other games, because you, for one, you cannot jump while sliding. You can't jump straight out of a slide. Secondly, after every slide, Mega Man will just, like, pause in place for a frame or two, so it's just not as smooth or as fast as sliding in the other Mega Man games. Which is another thing that I'm like, they must have intentionally made that change, right? I mean, that couldn't have been an oversight or an accident. I knew that fish was coming, and I got hit by it anyway. And I've already lost a life, everybody. This is going not as good as my stream was going yesterday, but hopefully it won't crash this time. Whoops, while mashing the shoot button, I accidentally hit the pause button, which caused some of my bullets to despawn, and that was unfortunate. But yeah, when you pause and unpause, your bullets disappear. I never really noticed that before. Do you like kombucha? Says Teslastronaut Rognividia. Not really. Not a big fan. I've tried it before and it's like, okay. Not my thing. But right now I am drinking a beverage from a Kirby mug. That was gifted to me by the lovely Molly M. And I love that some of the flowers in this stage have little energy capsules in the nucleus? What's the word? What's the word for, like, the center of the petals? I'm forgetting my plant anatomy. I know all about xylem and phloem, and hardly knew them. Alright, let's go to Plant Man's house. So yeah, first boss, I usually go with Plant Man because when you defeat him, you get the Rush Jet adapter, which in this game works different from Rush Jet in other games. It's very cool, and I will show it to you because I have the entire rest of the game to go. But yeah, this is Plant Man. He, is a plant. Dang. He's already hit me twice. Oh, boy. Yesterday, I no-hitted this guy. I beat him without taking any damage. But today, man, this is embarrassing. Horrible performance from KarmaJolt. Might as well crash the stream again on purpose, which I definitely didn't do yesterday. I didn't. I actually don't know why my stream crashed yesterday and the day before when I was playing Mega Man 5. The stream, it waited all the way until the final level before it crashed. But, you know, hopefully that doesn't happen. Elvis Pressplay, what's going on? So there's a different sprite for the mini-boss's hand, the tread, and the body. They exist on different layers, so the background has to be a single color. Yeah, I think you were explaining that yesterday, and I appreciate that. Yo, we hit 100 concurrent viewers. Cheers, everybody. What's up, Mises Walks? Have you ever played the Wizards and Warriors series? Particularly Iron Sword on NES? You know, I haven't, but I was going to post a short about a glitch you can do in that game. You have to go all the way to, like, level 5 to do it, so I have to play a little bit through it. But it's, like, a super easy and dumb glitch where, like, if you... There's, like, a spot where you can get, like, I don't know, 6 gems to spawn. But if you collect only 5 of them, walk away, then walk back, you can collect 6 more. Or you can collect 5 more again, walk away, and walk back, and repeat the whole thing again. Over and over and over. What's up, 1S? I see you. I'm going to Flame Man's garage. He lives in, like, an oily warehouse. Master of Flame, Flame Man. Master of Steve, Steve Man. That guy shot me twice, and I just don't actually care. Yeah, this is Flame Man Stage. I'm playing on the Mega Man Legacy Collection, and I've mentioned this every time I play it. But there's just an annoying delay on the inputs, so if I hit the shoot button, Mega Man doesn't actually shoot for another frame or two. It's not a huge deal, but in a Mega Man game, it can cost you every now and then. Will, you headed out? Thanks for showing up, and I appreciate the donation yesterday. And I'm happy for you, my man. The bosses in Rescue Rangers work the same way. You know? Yeah. Elvis Presley, that's interesting. I never actually really thought about how sprites work with the limitations of the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. The Nintendo NES system, that is. Yo, this crazy guy with the old school looking football helmet, when you hit him with a charge shot, it knocks him backwards. And if he lands on either fire or oil, he suddenly becomes a flotation device with a button that you can press to propel yourself forward. Also, I love that these barrels are labeled danger and, like, you know, those crazy flame enemies just drop flames on them. But the spikes, the impale you through the legs needles on the floor, no labels. Just watch out. You know what not to do there. Jordy Pants, how are you? Flame Master of Flame Man. Yes, it's his nickname. But yeah, you see how that oil works. When it gets ignited, it essentially becomes spikes. So if I were to touch that, it's an instant kill. But if I were to not touch it, it's a not instant kill. I was trying to come up with a joke there and couldn't think of anything. How are you? That guy's been living here for like 13 years and was finally able to ignite the oil. He's like, now's my chance. I've been waiting so long for this. I'm back. Hope that wasn't too long. Carlos Phillips, it was probably 4 minutes. Anthony Curley, what's going on? Like and leave. Happy Val Venus Day. The guy from the WWF, you mean? I'm okay. How's the most handsome streamer? I wouldn't know. Because I'm the second most handsome streamer, baby. Yeah, so this is Flame Man. He can shoot flames from his hands that move very slowly. But also, if he punches the ground, he can create flame pillars that will block your bullets. The flames that he shoots, though, you can shoot your bullets right through those. Your bullets pass through those. Ooh, I can't take another hit. I'm doing way worse tonight than I was yesterday. At MegaMan 6, I mean. I'm having a great time, and I hope you are too. Are gaming jokes allowed? I have a good one. Yo, Denizen of Light? Of course. Have I not been making those? Oh no. I thought I was. I was trying to. I don't know if there's like a pattern or like a way to predict where the flame pillars are gonna pop up from the ground. But they certainly make a sound like a flame. Ah, yeah, and you know what? Yesterday I was noticing, before my stream crash, I was noticing that very often my jump input just gets eaten in this version. And like, I don't know what's up with the Mega Man Legacy Collection, but I honestly don't recommend it. There's an input delay and your inputs get eaten. That doesn't happen on the actual NES version, as far as I remember. But look, I've got F-Blast, and I hope you're having an F-Blast tonight. I also got the Rush Power Adapter, and now what we're gonna do is go to Tomahawk Man Stage. He's the master of Tomahawk. Tomahawk Man. And like, I don't know if it needs to be said, but look, this game came out in like 1993. And back then, Capcom wasn't like particularly racially sensitive, so it's not that the bosses in this game are like all that offensive, but like they've got their stereotypes, you know what I mean? Anyway, I turned into Power Mega Man. What happens in this game, instead of summoning your dog and he like helps you out on screen, is you summon your dog and then you wear him like a jacket, and suddenly Mega Man has boxing gloves and football pads, which is a combination of two sports that do not need to be combined. But now, like, my bullets deal a little bit more damage. Like, I think this regular shot with my power suit deals 2 damage instead of the normal 1 from my normal pea shooter, you know? And this thing deals 4 damage. Normal charged up Mega Buster deals 3, I'm pretty sure. But like, as you can tell, this power suit suffers from range and rate of fire problems. On the other hand, though, if I charge up my punch all the way, I can punch through enemy defenses that normally would, like, shield or block my projectiles. JL says, yes, my favorite Mega Man. Hey. Okay, would it be accurate to consider Mario's parents as Super Mario makers? Yes. Pork fried rice man went a bit too far. Oh, I love his power. Oh yeah, and sometimes the power ability can just punch an enemy backwards. So it's fun to use, even if it, like, kinda sucks sometimes. Yo, Ninja Ninja! Welcome. And yeah, this is Eddie, aka Flip Top. He gives me energy. I should have probably waited for an extra life for an E-Tank. Probably an extra life. I think I'm about to get another E-Tank or 2 up here. Mega Man, Master of Mega. Oh, wait. So I meant to show you this. So let me just show you the transitions once. So this is what happens when you transform from normal Mega Man to Jet Mega Man. And then eat. But if you change from one to the other, your Rush Dog hops off your shoulders, does a little flippy flip, then lands back on you. And I feel like Jet Mega Man has like a nice vest, you know? I could see somebody wearing that under a tuxedo, and he's got a little belt too. That's fancy. But yeah, this is Mega Man 6, and it holds a special place in my heart because my mom got me this game when I was in, like, 2nd grade. I come from a very Catholic family, so she got me this as, like, a reward for my first communion or something like that, I think. But either way, shoutouts to KarmaJolt. That guy's just gonna live there forever now. Dang, I can mash a button. Press 1, everybody. And, like, I've been trying to learn how to mash a button while jumping. It's a little bit harder while flying. But, like, that was pretty good right there. 1, thank you, Ninja Ninja. I've got a Kirby mug, by the way. I don't know if you, how well you can see that. But I'm using my super cool lighting that MAAAAN also got me. She got me this mug, too! Actually, hold on 1 second. Let me text somebody. One of my friends showed up for a second, and it made me happy. Okay, so here in Tomahawk Man Stage, the path splits into 2 different directions. I want to go this way first because there's a secret over here, but there's also a secret over the other way. So what I want to do here is, like, get to the very edge of this platform so I can punch this brick and then jump to the other side. And here we find our friend Protoman, who is clearly taking out the trash today, but one man's trash is another man's energy balancer. How's MAAAAN? She's doing great, Jordy Pants. Protoman shows up and is like, "Hey, Mega Man, you've been hitting the gym, huh?" Anyway, look at the bottom of my screen. There's a device that is the energy balancer, and what it does is normally when I pick up a like a weapon energy while I'm using my default power, like while I am default Mega Man, nothing happens. Like, I'll just pick up that energy capsule and it will have gone to waste. But now, if I pick one up while I am in Mega Man form, regular Mega Man form, any weapon energy that I grab will be distributed to whatever power needs it most. Or has the least energy, that is. It might also work if I have another weapon equipped and I'm at full with it and I pick up some energy. My gosh, my A button inputs just keep getting eated. Everyone. Brother shows up to give you a hand-me-down. That's right, Elvis Presley. Anyway, this, I don't think I need that, actually. Oh, never mind, I do. I could use it. That platform, if you stand on it, it flips around. Very useful for when you are skateboarding. Let's fight Tomahawk Man, and, like, obviously because he is, you know, representative of a Native American, he gets hurt by plants? I don't know. For some reason, Tomahawk Man is weak to plant barrier. And I keep trying to jump, and the inputs just get eaten. Holy cow. But yeah, like, look how much I'm hurting this dude with plants. You kind of got to get close to him to hit him, so it's risky to use. But it deals a chunk of damage. Seems logical. Thank you, Jordy Pants. So basically, that thing distributes the weapon energy without you having to do it. Yes! Yo, I got Silver T and Beat B parts. I don't want to know what they mean by B parts. But here's a password that you can use. Feel free to use this one. I always break the brick from the ladder. You could also do that, Hellblade Gaming. That's how I used to do it before I realized you could just stand on the edge in front of it. I don't know why I feel like mine is easier, but it is? Anyway, I don't really remember what powers beat which bosses, but like, Centaur Man's fairly easy. Master of Centaur. Ability unknown? He's a freaking half man, half horse. His ability is that he can run real fast. And eat carrots. Oh, look, a Metroid. Good thing it dropped me that life. Yo, an Pelipper. That's a Pokemon. This is Centaur Man's house, I guess. He lives in, like, ancient Greece or something. A centaur is like a Greek myth, right? And, you know, there's like a bunch of islands, just like Greece. Yo, this guy drops a fish. Okay, the fish hurts you. Yeah, I forgot Mega Man has an allergy. But this is Centaur Man's level, and it's, a lot of it is underwater. Remember Wampum? Yeah, that game is actually pretty legit, and is a lot like Mega Man. Speaking of Native American representation in video games, yeah, so Wampum is an NES game that I remember one of my neighbors had, and I was like, this is really cool. And then after a couple of levels, I was like, wait, this is a lot like Mega Man, and then I liked it even better, because there's like a stage select in that game. The main character is like a little native boy with a spear. Then there's a stage select where you go to like either the mountain or the river or the baseball stadium, I don't remember. But every level you beat, you get a new power that you can equip. And I really don't remember much else about the game aside from it was really fun. And when the main character takes damage, he makes like a that kind of face where his eyeball grows to twice the size of normal. And it's comical. But yeah, you can see what happens here. Look, I don't need to do what the stage wants me to do because I have a dog that can fly. But like, you see what's happening. The little, the water ceiling, I guess, rises and falls, just like the tides. And when the water is lower and you jump into it, you suddenly gain water physics and can jump higher than normal. Look, I don't gotta explain that, it's just water. That's how water works. I told my friend to say hi to her mom. Ooh, it is Capcom. I mean, Flip Top. I legitimately forgot his name for a second, and I thought it was Capcom. They should have done something with the word cap there. Like, I feel like they could have made a pun based on their company name. Ah, dang it. Yeah, here's a weird thing about this stage. Is that there are boats in the clouds that drop down. Well, did they think they were disguised there? Also, that enemy doesn't make a sound when he falls? Insane. Ooh, I need this. Wait, does the ice have a chance to drop weapon energy? Or regular energy, I guess? Oh yeah, so at this point, I guess I should explain. There are 4 stages that have hidden boss doors, or secret boss doors. Look, this one's not even hidden. But if you go down there and you fight Centaur Man, you beat the stage. If you go up here, you'll also fight Centaur Man, ability unknown. And not only will you beat the stage, but you'll get the beat robot parts. Get it? You'll beat the stage? I forgot what this guy dies to. It might be Tomahawks. Actually, you know what? No, it's Nightman's power. Or is it the other way around? I don't remember. Let's see if this does any good. Dang, that guy runs real fast. Oh yeah, and when he's running, his hooves make a little, an adorable little sound. So this isn't working. Let's use POW power. Thank you, Hellblade. Oh yeah, obviously he can teleport because he's a centaur. And a lot of enemies, when you hit them with a fully charged power punch, it will knock them back. They'll get stunned momentarily, that in a way that you can't really take advantage of. So it's not all that useful. Yeah, I love all the music puns in the Mega Man series, yeah. Yeah, he's supposed to be Rockman. That's what he's called in Japanese. Jesus. I don't know what I'm supposed to do when he freezes me like that. You know, I could have sworn this guy was easy. But also, I could be dodging. Okay, this regular punch does 2 damage, and like, maybe I haven't been giving that enough credit all my life, because that's like pretty useful. Beat parts by Dre. Look at that! I got some T-parts. That's the part you make the steak out of, right? Dodging is overrated. Thank you, Hellblade Gaming. Let's go to Man Stage. This was fun. I back, says QWERTY. I'm going to Man Stage. I think at one point in my life... Height 169. I think at one point in my life, I started making this song, or an arrangement of this song in Mario Paint Composer. And I might have even used it for a second in one of my really old videos. But like, Mario Paint Composer was a ton of fun. Whoa, my new favorite streamer online. Hey. Thank you, Yazdan E. So, like, there's a crazy glitch that you can do in this game that I wouldn't be able to do without save state manipulation. But it involves, like, I made a short about this a long time ago. It involves a password you can input at the beginning of the game to start with the energy balancer and nothing else. But, like, if you come to this stage and you have very specific enemies drop weapon energy for you, after doing something, the energy balancer will try to distribute that energy to weapons that you do not have. That was dumb of me. And if you can get very specific enemies to drop weapon energy for you, then you die and get a game over. The game will just, for whatever reason, think you've defeated a couple bosses. Kinda hard to explain, but I made a whole short about it. Hassine T. Hey there, happy Valentine's Day. Hey, you too. Anybody do anything special? So you should play Mario Paint Composer. Should I do a stream of Mario Paint Composer? Actually, that would be kind of fun. I've taken a bunch of dumb deaths so far this playthrough, but like, if you get a game over in this game, it's not that big a deal. Oh yeah, and by the way, I want to show this to you. This guy, immune to bullets. I'm not sure if there's like a power that can beat him. Fire doesn't do it. That doesn't do it. But if you punch it really hard, if you Falcon punch him, he dies. So like the POW power, pretty useful in that situation, or in some situations where there are enemies that you otherwise cannot kill. And I love that they brought back the explosion sound effect from Mega Man 4. What is this ridiculous sound effect? Okay, so here you don't want to jump, you just want to fall off. Forgot about that. Ruxo Clown, what's going on? Hey, here are some platforms that also switch directions, but are slightly different from the platforms with the spikes on them. I was very worried about my input getting eaten there, but it did not get eaten. Ooh, look at that! There's an extra life up there for me. Erp. See ya. Nat H, what's going on? Ah, the energy balancer. It worked. Oh, and KarmaJolt will become your favorite streamer fast. He's great. Hey, appreciate you. I put my fingers in a fan. What should I do? What kind of fan? What kind of fingers? If they're chicken fingers, let it rip. Because then you'll have chicken nuggets in no time. Ah! That was a dirty trick. So was that. I'm just falling on all the enemies. And falling for all the enemies. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Yeah, there's also pandas. I didn't expect that to happen so fast. Man, I dropped like a rock there. I don't feel as though this game gives you enough controlled environments to experiment on the little wind guys there. What am I trying to say? Those little wind things, you don't really know exactly how they work by the time the game is like, oh, now try it over spikes and under spikes. Punching pandas. Also, if you fall into that pit of spikes, are you just effed? No, you can probably jump out of that. See ya. Alright, this time I learned. Dawn, what's going on? Windman with the power of a fart. Thank you, Jeff Dennis Brown. Jet Megaman. Megaman is 2 words, is it not? Like in every Mega Man game? Oh my god. I didn't expect to fall that far. That guy ruined me. Man, like earlier in the level, there was like a fan under a set of spikes, and like I tapped the jump button and it sent me flying into the spikes and I died. So in that area, I was like, okay, like, you probably don't want to be have that much like vertical momentum when you transfer from one fan to the other. But I dropped like a rock there, so I don't know. That Kirby mug is the one thing I lack in life. Yo, Dawn, I would give it to you right now if you were here. No, I would finish my drink and then give it to you. Peta enters chat. Who's punching pandas? Too many people. But yeah, so this guy is Windman. He's weak to Centaur Flash, which, I don't know if this power usually, like, freezes enemies or something. I think it just harms everyone on screen. Look, ability unknown, okay? Mega Man is wild, Jordy Pants. Karma, did you and MAAAAN celebrate today? I got my better half, a little Absol battle figurine. Oh, Dark-type Pokemon. MAAAAN and I are celebrating on Friday. But I got W-Storm. It's a cute little tornado. I'd be honored. And you'd have a mug. Let's go to Man Stage. I don't think there's like any crazy instant death traps in this stage. He just lives in a castle. Castles never had those. They did. Castles had notoriously had like a ton of trapdoors and crazy pits where you'd fall into a dungeon and spend the next 10 years before you died. That's what castles were like in medieval times. And that's why, you know, so many medieval battles were like, yeah, it was an even battle until, you know, the one faction sieged the castle and then immediately lost 3/4 of their troops. So yeah, this is pretty appropriate. This is pretty accurate for a castle. Slowly lowering spikes. Give up. Did that guy respawn, or was that another dude? I just made it in time, everybody. Did you see that? Ah. Yeah, and this castle happens to have cannons. But I, a knight of valor and honor, shall punch everything. And it's got little wheels. Oh, by the way, you can't slide unless you're in normal form. That is, you can't slide with Jet or POW equipped. Flashy British Mario. Also known as Jet Mega Man. Yeah, no, Rexo Clown, that's why we did it. We don't want to go somewhere when it's, like, crowded and there are people there. Part of the reason. But also, MAAAAN and I are, like, awful at remembering dates. We've forgotten our anniversary, like, 6 years in a row. Oh, wait, I want to show you this enemy, because he's real dumb. Like, normally you shoot this guy, and he pops out, and you shoot him in the head. Is that one of the hard hat enemies, but different? Also, my boy, Flip Top. Always coming through with the goods. How does he get here? Does he sneak in? I think I might need an extra life. Yeah, let's get an extra life. This is worth re-rolling. Man, this reminds me of this trauma I have related to a giant suitcase when I was... Sorry, that's a lot to unpack. Yo, Coaster Cox? Great joke. Alright, I'll take one of these. Thanks, Flip Top. Flip Top, aka Eddie. I don't know when he changed his name. Maybe that was Mega Man 8? But these enemies are scholars. They're scholarly. Oh, there's another E-Tank up here? I wonder how you get that. You have one of the peasants do it. Easy money. this guy thinks he can fight me. Yo, he took 1 bullet and died? Also, there are, like, very small swords on the wall. Well, I guess compared to, like, Mega Man's actual size, that's an appropriately sized sword. But hey, look at this. There's a secret passage where you can go this way. I wonder what's down there. Bro really showed up and said, E. That's correct, he did that. Okay. So Nightman is one of the few bosses in the game that you, like, it's actually really advantageous to use the power adapter here. You there, boy. Bring me mine tank of E. So, like, look at this guy. He's got a shield. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything against me. I can punch right through it. And just so you know, just so you get the idea, usually his shield blocks bullets. Even the charged up ones. But when the bullets come from a boxing glove, Rune Wood? Ah, I tried to slide. He can't block me? You think you can guard me? I'm basically Kobe Bryant. I'm unguardable and ungovernable. Rune Wood, yes, howdy. I read the word rune word as in like a Diablo reference. You like OG Mega Man or X better? If we're just talking about Mega Man X 1 through 3, I like X better. But like, let me rephrase that. Mega Man 1 through 10 are incredible. Mega Man X through X3 are awesome. X4 was great. I could put that one in there too. X5 is where it got like a little janky, but I still liked it. Then like, what the heck did they do with X7 and X8? They made it look like Mega Man was like holding in a fart. Like, they just made him look dumb, and it's like, why would you do that to the main character of your franchise? And with the Diablo reference, I'm obsessed. Yo, Jordy Pants, tell me what your favorite rune words were in Diablo. Leaf, underrated. Crescent Moon, are you kidding me? All it costs is an rune, basically? Talking about Diablo 2. Any Diablo fans in the chat? Maybe I should stream some of that at some point. Big smell in the city. Ask me a different question. Hey guys, just had a bad day. Oh no, Cardboard Smith! Hopefully you'll have a great night. Let's go to Tomato Man Stage. It's Yamato Man. I think he's, first of all, master of Yamato. This guy... Let's look up what a Yamato is, because I know, like, a Yamato class, like, battleship was a thing in the Japanese Navy. But we're about to learn. I probably did this exact same thing the last time I streamed this game. Japanese battleship Yamato. It was the lead ship of her class of battleships built for the Imperial Japanese Navy. Never mind, it wasn't a class. It was an actual battleship. Let's see what Yamato definition means. A term to describe the ethnic group that comprises over 98% of the population of Japan. Okay. Pretty definitive, OP Minor. What time is it in the US? Well, in my part of the US, it is... Gosh, my eyes are awful. 8:41 p.m. Yee-hee-hee, what's going on? Hopefully we get Missing No as the next legendary. That'd be dope. Just another random gamer. What's going on? Yo, this guy has like a terrible cold and he just spit up a phlegm at me, which I don't love. But I think this stage has multiple secrets. Yeah, look at this. There's a wall I can punch through down here, like an angsty teenager. Keen Donny. In Hawaii, it's 3:41 p.m. Jamas, what's going on? Shark Legion Kane, how are you? And CJ the Streamer. A lot of people pouring into the chat right now, and I respect that. You could be doing anything with your Valentine's Day right now, but you came to see KarmaJolt. Your one true Valentine. Yo! There's a crazy guy riding a crazy frog, and it looks like I'm about to spell the word boat down there. Or brat. Brat, meaning sausage. Or brat, meaning Molly M. Let's shoot this frog before it shoots me. Oh, obviously you gotta shoot him in the eyes. And this boss always reminds me of a certain boss in... There's an NES game, I think, made by Koei, called Puss in Boots, Harrow's Great Adventure or something, Kuza. And in that game, your weapons are a gun, a bomb, and a boomerang, and the first boss that you fight is a big old metal frog. That game is weird, and I think I haven't played it since I was probably 6 years old. But I remember the soundtrack was awesome, especially when you got a game over. So it was like worth it to die in that game. My friend's cat was my Valentine. Jordy Pants? Cats are amazing. Cats are amazing people. What? What's up there? There's another secret? God, this song is awesome, by the way. I feel like a lot of the Mega Man 6 soundtrack is underrated. That guy thought he saw me. Remound. It's just like how the past tense of screenshot is screenshot. Yes! It is like that. Let's, oh, you know what? Let's use the Night C, which I don't know what that stands for. But this power, first of all, it's like a little mace that comes back to you, like a boomerang, and I can hit that guy in the back there. But also, you can angle it, which is kind of neat. Just like a real Morning Star. Flail. Morning Stars and flails are different, I know. That was impressive. KarmaJolt, or as the people call him, the Glitch Finder. You know, I really only discovered a couple glitches in my life on my own. Nothing that makes any speedruns easier. Normally useless stuff. So, I am openly admitting that a lot of the glitches that I demonstrate for content have been found by other people, a lot of speedrunning communities, but usually if you open the video description to my shorts, my A Wild Glitch Appears series, I'll give credit to the sources where I learned the glitches from, unless I just remember them from when I was younger, you know? How dare you, says Commit Geometry. That's an amazing name. Holy cow. Honestly, one of my favorite parts of math is the transitive property. I think... So, oh yeah, so Silver Tomahawk is this guy's weakness. And if you've ever played Fire Emblem, you would know that axes always have an advantage over spears. Apparently, that is a reference that this game is making. So the axe beats the spear in this game, just like it does in the Fire Emblem series. I played that quite poorly and was still able to beat him because I had an axe and all he had was beady parts. Yeah, now that I've spelled all the letters of beat, I can summon a bird, and it's just as great as it sounds. Zombies Alex, what's going on? How many people we got? 115? That's pretty nice. That's a lot of people. Pink mode. Yeah, because I'm equipped with a spear, and pink is the color of spears. Let's go to Blizzard Man Stage. This guy curls up into a ball and rolls at you like that one moon slug in DuckTales on NES, which is also a Capcom game. Master of Snow. well, he snoo his last snow. Now, you might be asking in the chat, what's snoo? To that I say, nothing. What's snoo with you? That's my favorite dad joke. By the way, this power, this fire power, can melt ice. Which is kind of neat. And hopefully we're not too high up in altitude that I can't fly anymore. That flight is difficult. Because you hear all these stories about people, like, getting stranded on mountains, and they're like, send a rescue helicopter, and then the people are like, yeah, the helicopter can't fly that high up, dude. Dang it, I forgot about that. My favorite part. Ruben A, what's going on? Gerald B. Hi, KarmaJolt. Can you do a guide on how to dodge Wily's last phase on Mega Man 7? That's not a bad idea. If I knew, I would make a guide, but let me see if there's like a... Maybe I'll go back to it and try to play it and see if there's like a recognizable pattern. But that might be a good idea. A lot of people say, like, yeah, that's like the hardest Wily boss, but I remember when I streamed that game, I had so much trouble with other parts of that game. But look at this. You can punch these enemies, and it took me, like, I'm not Canadian, okay? So it took me a really long time to realize that these are curling rocks. You know, the sport curling. Good thing I found that robot food in the ice. Get E-Tanks. DuckTales, ooh woo. Also, I love that the spikes in this area are under the ice, but they still kill you if you fall on them. Yeah, and there's just a boat that's having some problems over here. I don't really know what's going on here. You know what? I'm gonna angle the Night Sea down at this guy. And get that one little energy capsule. And, like, if I remember correctly, there's something that's worth getting over here, even though you might die. I'll get another E-Tank, sure. There's a break in the spikes. E-Tanks are the only way to beat Mega Man 7 Wily. I'm taking my sweet time on those exploding bomb platforms. Which I think make their first appearance in, like, Mega Man 4 or 5 for Game Boy. I kind of remember playing one of those games and being surprised to see those platforms. And I was like, wait a second. Those don't appear until Mega Man 6. Now, I think there's a very minor glitch that you can do in this room, but I don't know how to do it. But you can, like, slide through one of those little explodey blocks. Slowly submerging and re-emerging submarine. Yes, Jeff Dennis Brown. My favorite MM game, and IDC what people think. Well, I think you're great. Yeah, this guy can curl up into a ball and roll at you. Just like the slug boss from DuckTales Uwu. And, like, he's on skis. Which, like, I feel like even in the snow is a huge disadvantage, because Mega Man doesn't lose any traction here. I can jump just as high. I am equally mobile on the snow as I am on, like, I don't know, in a forest. Get B attack. What is the coolest looking MM boss? Gemini Man. He's a bird with a crown, and there's 2 of him. Ah, this is the password, the other password that I've had memorized since I was like 7 years old. But the other one that you can do, I think the difference between the password I usually use and this one is that the one I use doesn't have the energy balancer, but it's F4, E5, D6, B4, D2. And that will get you straight to Wily with beat, but maybe not with the energy balancer. Anyway, we beat all the man, so let's go to Mr. X's house. And my friend Megaharv showed up in the chat the other day and pointed out that Mr. X sounds like misdirects. Misdirects. Which I never realized before. But oh my gosh, this is my favorite stage in any Mega Man game. Because look at how beautiful the scenery is. Oh my god, there's a full moon tonight. Werewolf mans are going nuts. The city is pretty. I always love the lights of the city, and this is my favorite Mega Man song of all time. I did a Mario Paint Composer arrangement of this song as like probably my 4th or 5th ever YouTube video back in like 2007. Karma, I remember when you were but a humble mug salesman. Now look at you. Hey, Coaster Cox, this isn't even a mug that I sell. You are precious and informative, Jordy Pants. I love you. Hey, Breeze D, thanks for the cool $2. What is your favorite Mega Man Stage song from 1 through 6? I'm so glad you must have been typing that as I was explaining that this is my all-time favorite Mega Man song. I'm just gonna sit here and appreciate it for a bit. It also sounds like mist erects. Make sure to not breathe any in. Thank you, Codester Cox. It also sounds like Miss T-Rex. And if one of those is coming at you and you've got a rocket launcher, you better not miss the T-Rex. I don't know. Look, I was trying to make a joke too. Let's go. That sound effect is great, by the way. Like, if there was a cannon pointed somewhat toward me at a 45-degree angle and it made that sound, I would be intimidated. Like, imagine getting mugged and somebody has a gun, right? And they're like, your money or your life? And, like, as a warning shot, they shoot one into the ground and it makes that sound. You'd be like, alright, dude. I'll give you 20 bucks. I assume it's a dude. It might be a clown. CJ, are you spelling the sound effect there? Take the shortcut. Yo, Ruben A. I'm gonna try. But yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. You know what? I've only got 2 extra lives, so I will take the shortcut. I kind of forgot what's the other way, but look, there's a very scary platforming section here that you can do. If you have the power ability, you can break open that wall. If I were really pro, I'd be able to do it in one go. But I'm not. I'm only kind of pro. So now what we do... Oh my gosh. Is we can go through this window that we broke. And there's like a whole bunch of bonuses this way that are very helpful. Look, I can recover some weapon energy that I probably haven't used at this point in the stage. Because we're like 2 rooms in. Some life that you get back. More weapon energy. A bunch of grasshoppers who live in this house, I guess. And then 12 extra lives. I can't count. But that's pretty useful. And, by the way, you skip like a big portion of the stage. Pretty tough. Pro enough. Thank you, everybody. So this upcoming boss is an on-rails shooter. You can already see what I mean by that. Oh, it's an on-rails bomber. Never mind. dropping bombs on me. But I think what you want to do with this guy is just like rapid fire the F-Blast ability. Dang, okay. He juked me. Did you see that move? This guy's being tricky now. Yeah, I can't get that high. Jordy Pants can get that high. Oh my gosh! That guy was being a butthead. He was dodging me so well. Did you see that? The GOAT! Thank you, Commit Geometry. Pretty tough. Pro enough. KarmaJolt is up to snuff. Mega Man, get that can. Karma, I'm your biggest fan. Coaster Cox? Amazing. Also, like, where does this guy live? Property value must be insane here if he's got a view of the Earth, and also... What planet is that? Mercury? I'm guessing? Ah. Knock, knock. I just had like 2 or 3 jump inputs get eaten there. Obviously what I should do now. Have you ever played the, says BreezeD? You got me in suspense now! But I probably have. That guy knocked me onto the spikes. It didn't kill me, but I feel like Dr. Wily should give that guy a raise. Because he's been putting a lot of effort in at work. It's to hide from the IRS. That could be Commit Geometry. If minimum was not enough, they wouldn't have called it minimum. Ancient Greek philosopher, Mediocrities. Yo, that casual gamer, what's going on? And obviously these are like the... I guess those things are like donut blocks from the Mario series. But more efficient because you die faster. They fall quicker. Oh man, you can fall down this pit? That's crazy. How did I know? Aha! He dropped an orb, and I ate it. Mikita, what's going on? Hope I got the name right. You know what? I don't think I've given this power enough credit in the past. Being able to shoot down is very helpful. And it, like, crunches that dude. Not to mention, yo, double kill? With the boomerang? Yeah, this power is good. Right on. Love this game, says Hal Jordan. What is that name from? Should I recognize that? Oh, 6-time NBA champion, Hal Jordan. And yeah, Mr. X just like puts his name above his doorway. So the mailman knows. Green Lantern, thank you. I am not a Marvel or DC fan. Like, I've never ever watched or even cared about any sort of, any kind of superhero, really. It's just not my thing. But yeah, look at this. There's like a... There's a robot that kicks the walls. I've got so many E-tanks. Let's use one. But this machine is called the Neighbor Hater because whoever is next door to this guy is never getting any sleep. And like, Tomahawks kill a lot of things toward the end of the game, I feel like. But also it's hard to hit this guy because he's like way up high. So you either have to use Jet to shoot him, I guess. Or you can use a power that angles upwards, like the Tomahawks, or possibly Night Sea. I would hate to be Dr. Wily's toilet man. Haven't seen a single bathroom, by the way, CJ. But yeah, Green Lantern is one of those superheroes that, like, there's There's like multiple Green Lanterns, right? And like before you can become the next Green Lantern, you have to be the Green Intern for a while. God, I'm hilarious. Say there's an E-Tank that I don't need. See ya. Get juked. Sorry, I have gotten multiple texts in a row from somebody. It was someone great. Hey, Pip. I put a cardboard box on my desk, like, right here, so that my cats wouldn't sit in front of my monitors like they like to do, and oh boy, it's been popular with the kitties. This is Pippin, and that's the cardboard box. Hey, Pip. Pippin named after six-time NBA champion Scottie Pippen. And observe her doom finger. Legend has it that anybody who is touched by the doom finger becomes instantly bopped. You can just, like, fly over this guy, right? Sort of! How was I supposed to know that the flame dropper guys were gonna drop flames on me? Outstanding move. Thank you. I'm totally going to sleep. Later, everyone. Good night. Tell people KarmaJolt is great and amazing. Yo, Jordy Pants. Thanks for being a mem and a friend. Ah, this level you for sure want to use Jet. And I'm just realizing now that, like, this song is so good that I never noticed that, like, all of the Mr. X stages use the same song. That's, like, fine with me. And I love that explosion sound effect. I'm so glad they brought that back from Mega Man 4. These platforms are armored. You cannot shoot through them. Ew. So M6 is the best one. Best? For sure underrated. Some days I feel like, you know what, I'm gonna rate this game top 1. I have so many E-Tanks. And Mega Man hasn't had a drink in a while, so treat yourself. Obviously, look, if there are 2 paths and one of them involves punching through walls, I'm taking that one. Ooh, my neck. I just got an E-Tank back, too. God, I feel like I play these Mega Man games so recklessly. Like, when I was a kid, I would, like, avoid getting hit. Well, there, I didn't mean to. But, like, I would be so careful, and I would take my time on all the stages and make it to the boss with full life, and do some sort of strategy that was very time-consuming, but reliable and safe. But now I'm like, nah, look, this game's a piece of cake. Let me just get hit by literally every enemy and, like, barely scrape out a victory if I'm lucky. Rogue Effects! Hearts to you. Happy Valentine's Day. A while back, Rogue Effect reminds me. That reminds you of the time that when I was in college, I printed out a bunch of pictures of heart containers from the Legend of Zelda games. From the Legend of Zelda games. And I wrote the text, I can heartily contain my love for you. And that was my Valentine for my friends. What am I fighting for? Daniel O? This cat. Here, I'll show you in a second after the level. But she's still in the box. I'll show you right now. That done. This. You're fighting for Pippin. Good pit. Yeah, so this is a cat stream now. You did a cat unboxing without me? No, she did a cat boxing. Speaking of boxing, let's hit him with the gloves. Oh my gosh. This hard hat enemy gets his own car. I don't know what power kills this guy, but it's probably something dumb and whack. Time to use an E-Tank. Would it be this? Nope. Let's find out. It's this for some reason. Ah, yes, because he doesn't have any, heat in that car. And the hands do nothing. That's a good point, too. Maybe they do something, except he doesn't have any hands to manipulate the controls. That hard hat enemy, whose name is Metal, and I, like, never knew that when I was younger. He's just got feet. So he's only operating the pedals, and then maybe hitting a button with his forehead or something. Thanks, Energy Balancer. But I'd like to imagine that there are other controls that he just can't use. The British call Link Small Greenman. Yes, I know that. I did know that, thank you. I got a hard hat, aka metal, tattooed on my right shoulder. That's dope, CJ. I have some Kirby's. Would you like to see them? Man, I really like Kirby. Give me that. That thing wasn't properly fastened to the wall. Where's Asa Little Tiny Cat? Thank you for using his government name. He's probably on the bed. Oh yeah, he's back there somewhere. Oh, I should collect that, huh? Well, this game's being real generous right now. It doesn't expect me to break open every single box. Show us your Kirby's, says CJ. I know what you mean by that. You mean it literally. I got this tattoo. Let me turn on the light here. Yeah, so they're my Kirby's. It's the Fox and Falco Kirby's from Smash Bros. When they swallow their powers. I got that done at a place called the Ink Parlor in Kansas City. And the guy who did it, his name is Milton. You didn't need to know that, but it's part of the story, so why not? After I got this tattoo, I was supposed to go back and get it touched up, like, the next week. But in between then and the appointment to get it touched up, he retired. So, like, I never really got the colors changed. Oh yeah, and by the way, there's like a bird fan, there's like a bird pipe that if you just punch this X block on it, it will block the bird pipe, and the birds don't hatch from their nests. Then I also got this stick and poke Kirby here. Let me turn on the light again. I don't know how well you can see that, but one day I was just sitting at my computer playing Nostalgia, which is like an 8-bit MMO game that I used to like. I don't know if it's still a thing, if it even exists anymore. But my GF at the time was like, sit still, and she took a quarter to make a little circle, a needle, and some India ink, and she just gave me a tattoo, and I was like, alright, this happening. Beat is pretty useful here. Oh, you're right, CJ. I forgot to show off my bird against these birds. Fight birds with birds. Oh my gosh, my A button is getting absolutely eaten here. Crunch! Imagine summoning your bird, Vincent G, so that it can, like, fight some bad guys for you. And on the way to you, it doesn't even notice that it just completely impales the guy you're trying to sick him on. Eat crow. Nice, Coaster Cox. Ah, thanks. What's this? Is there a ladder up here? It's behind my webcam, so I can't really see it. See ya. He didn't retire. He Mr. X'd you. He is working in a different shop under a new surname. Jeff Dennis Brown. No, I actually caught up to him on Instagram like a couple weeks later, and he was like a big dude, right? So he was saying he was having back problems from sitting in his chair all day tattooing people. But he opened up like a toy shop, and he was just selling like vintage toys and stuff on Instagram. And he had a copy of Solstice on NES that he was selling for like 15 or 20 bucks or something like that. So I was like, all right, don't worry about it, dude. I'll buy this copy of Solstice. All right, get him, Beat. So the reason I'm afraid to use Beat here is because I feel like the lag is eating my inputs a little bit. Get him. Oh, this is like chewing through the energy here of Beat. Let me switch to Jet. That was more dangerous than it needed to be. Music is a total bop. Yeah, this is my favorite Mega Man song. Look, this guy probably allergic to getting punched in the dome. Wait, that doesn't... Yeah, I was about to say, I thought I could, like, knock him backwards. Oh, boy. Okay, the delay is sort of becoming a factor here because this timing is a little tight. Downright Robin. Yeah, give me your bird puns in the chat. This guy thinks he's a wrecking ball, but I'm a crane. Well, I messed him up. Dang, this guy looks a lot like Dr. Wily, isn't it weird? My scheme for world domination has failed. That's the typo I was thinking of. Okay, when we... Whoa! He took off his sunglasses. You're not supposed to do that during a stream. Anyway, I've got a flock ton, says Rogue Effect. Nice. When I was streaming Mega Man 4, I was like, oh, there's a typo coming up in the dialogue, and I was wrong. I was thinking of that one where he says failed. Alright, now this, I think, is like the hardest stage in the game because there's a super annoying jump coming up. I don't care whether or not you want them. I'll keep them flying at you. Oh my gosh. That sounds excellent to me. If Sean R. were here to make burn puns... he'd be going nuts. I don't know, I was trying to come up with one, but he would. I regret that he's not here. Mega Man 10 is my absolute favorite, says Mega Edge. Yo, I looked away to read that comment and almost fell into the spikes. You're welcome. The R in Sean R stands for Robin. Almost, actually. Oh, wait a second. I should be on the lookout for a breakable wall in this level, I think. I even felt like I reacted appropriately there, but I still got spiked. That wasn't even the jump that I was talking about. I just forgot that you kind of have to pull to the right after you fall down. You are nostalgia personified in the best way possible, friend, says Big Smell in the City. Hey, thank you so much. The one and only. And tell your friends I'm great. It's like, you know my catchphrase. I'm flattered. I really am. It's kind of wild that, like, I put dumb video game stuff on the internet and people watch it, then come to see me to be like, hey man, I watch your stuff. never get over that feeling. It's a good feeling. King Enderman. Tip. Use your tips. Yes, somebody did donate $2. Alright, this time I at least remembered to slow down. Here it is. So, like, actually, if I do this shortcut, I think I don't have to do that crazy jump that I was talking about earlier. There's one part of the level, like, if I had gone to the left and down... Can I go back? I can't. Where there's basically spikes that go around the room in, like, 3/4 of a square. So you have to jump to the right, then immediately hit the jets to like, fly to the left. And not touch any spikes, and it's difficult. It tricked me. Do something cool, says Mr. Milky. I already did something cool, but watch this. It was a fake floor. I should have known. But anyway, here's my something cool. It's my cat. Alright. Yo is right. The fake floor thing was kind of cool, though, don't you think? I swear I haven't seen you in like 2 months, says Sleepy. You know? I'm glad you made it back, though. Zeal, what's going on? I've only seen you on shorts, and for some reason... I read a comment and jumped over the thing. Well, I timed it poorly that time. This guy can actually block the punch. And for some reason haven't recently. Yeah, Zeal, so... last week I was out of town and I didn't really have time to make any shorts because we're going through like a family crisis, I guess, where we have been traveling back and forth between home and my partner's father's home. Karma, can you do a tutorial on how to do a quadruple backflip? No! Mighty Darius, what's going on? I like this dude's content. Help me through some games. Yo, Lord Gamer9, appreciate you. What games, if you don't mind my asking? I always appreciate when people tell me that they've actually, like, tried my glitches. Or, like, I post, like, a code or a glitch and people get back to me like, yo, it worked! So I'm like, hell yeah. Honestly, if you haven't tried the Robot Masters with Power Adaptor, I highly recommend it. It's so fun. Yeah, especially Tomahawk, man. Raphael is best. Raphael is best, you know. The cheat code guy. Yeah, that's me. So, I think I remember this guy dies to spears because he's a dragon, okay? Like... Oh, you gotta have, like, a... Okay, maybe you don't have to be that precise with the shot. Oh, I slipped off the platform. I am having a hell of a time jumping on these platforms. Which happens often when there are dragons shooting fire at you. And you're, like, trying to concentrate on your footing, you know? Oh my gosh. Or, like, do your SATs. And you're getting your A button inputs eaten. It's been happening all game. Coaster Cox, good pun, I see you. What's your favorite game in the series? Like, I want to say 4, but this game's underrated as well. I would say 2 is a little bit overrated. It's a great game, but everyone says, like, oh my gosh, it's the best Mega Man. And a lot of people saying that have never played Mega Man 4, 5, or 6, you know? So they might still be right, but I feel like they should try the others before they say that. Hold on. I didn't know he made that sound. I never knew that. 9, 10, and 11 are so good. I actually really like 9, yeah. What about 7? Wasn't, like, the hugest fan of 7. Hold on, I gotta try something, because, like, I haven't used this power ever outside of a boss battle. Oh. Triple kill. Triple kill. Depending on what game you're playing. I never knew this guy made a sound when he bonked into a wall. It's more of a donk. Maybe a dink? Or not a doink. What sound effect is that? Conk, even? It could be a conk. CJ says donk. Doing? No. Or a doing? Is it doing or doing? Rogue effect, banned. Clink? Bink. Okay. We got 2 votes for Bink and a bunk. 3 votes for Bink. What's up, Grand G1331? I hear donk. Ponk? That's a new one. Saw this on my YouTube recommended, but not in the shorts, says Fun Games Plays. Well, welcome. Foink! Zeal? You behave. Hang on, Bink with a Q. Kaboom? You were right, that casual gamer. Whoops. Oh, cool, the disappearing blocks that everyone loves. But wait, there's a secret hidden in the wall. Let's go this way. It's pink. Pink. Alright, I like that one. Rogue effect, you behave too. You know, Rogue effect, the sound doing and the word doing is spelled the same. That's unfair. Oh, I just kind of fell. Well, I guess if I had gone the real way. Ah! This graduate is mad at me. I too like pink. Underrated color. I'm getting that. Shot him in the hat. Dr. W? Oh yeah, by the way, Dr. Wily. Oh, it turned out he was Mr. X all along. Bet. She's in a box. What a good cat. Thanks for being here for the stream, Pippin. Look, you don't need to shoot powers at this guy. Just shoot him. Can you just jump and punch? Like... Yeah, I feel like doing this... You just end up damaging him faster than he can kill you. Easy money. Yeah, you know, I never really gave that, that uncharged power shot enough credit, but during bosses, especially ones that have invincibility frames after you hit them, being able to do 2, then 2, then 2 is, like, pretty efficient. Damage, I mean. Ah! My biggest fan. Ah, that's gotta be one of you guys. Ah, my biggest fish. That's also gotta be one of you guys. Ooh, I love this part. Watch this. The fan pulls me toward the correct part of the level. Isn't that neat? Oh, and there's a bunch of weapon energy for me to pick up. Probably should have kept that guy a little bit aliver. I actually died to the fan pulling me into the spikes! Whoa. I don't think that's ever happened before. Wait. Okay, yeah, I'm realizing now that even if you're well past the fan, it will still push you and pull you, even if you're not even if it's going in the opposite direction. Kind of weird. Like, watch. He pulled me back a little bit. joined the Discord. Yo, Mega Edge, thank you so much. Yeah, everybody, I've got a Discord server. There's a link to it in the video description. Aw, I thought Flip Top was gonna be here for me. Rewind. Oh, I can rewind, actually. It's a feature on the Mega Man Legacy Collection. And I love that it plays the music backwards like it's Missy Elliott. I tell my friends you're great, says Alex R. Yo, thank you so much. Appreciate you, and thanks for showing up. Ooh. A shower. No? Ah, that's something else. Okay. Well, time to punch the bosses. Oh, you think you're the master of spear? Wait a second. Can you loop this guy? Oh, like, not quite. I was just thinking, okay, so when that guy throws his spear straight at you, he, like, runs to pick up the spearhead, which is comical, right? But while he's doing that, if you hit him with a charge shot, it knocks him back and stuns him long enough that you can get, like, multiple punches in on him. Well, if I'm super fast, I can get a couple. This is not the most efficient way to be fighting this boss. Ooh, he did the jump. That doesn't hurt him all that much. Yes! Double KO, everybody. Does that count? It doesn't count. It did not count as a victory. Now, Cardboard Smith, I see you. I'm just messing around because I know I've got 5 lives and 7 E-tanks. That was fun. Oh, I went to the wrong one. What kills this guy? Oh, it's Blizzard. Which I hate. Yeah, that does some good damage, but also... Let's punch him. So I can probably punch him through his shield. There's no reason for me to be doing this, except that I like knocking him backward. Okay. Let's, like, take this a little bit seriouser. Punch him. Thanks, CJ. I appreciate the support. I should have just let him bounce off the wall over me there. Easy money. Karma Punch! Wait, is this a fun guy? No, he was kind of boring. Ah! Thanks, game. For eating all the inputs. Well, there it let me jump pretty fast out of a slide. There I felt like I was actually playing until it started eating my jump inputs, but that's fine. Still did pretty well there. This guy you actually do want to use power against. Like, this dude's a total chump. Attack is very predictable, and as long as you have room to jump away from him, like, you'll dodge it every time. And you can punch through his shield, which is something you should be able to punch through, you know? But, like, how much damage does this do? 2? Maybe it doesn't do 4 damage. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't think I got hit there. Happy Valentine's Day, brother. Yo, Ruxo Clown, I appreciate you. Alright, obviously this next dude is getting punched. This is a horse who lives in the snow. No, it's this guy. If he rolls up into a ball, I can't. I cannot knock him back. That's hard to dodge without being able to slide. Oh no! He made it snow on me! Obviously, that hurts a lot. Alright, I should just be using this, because it does good damage. Why is he dancing like that? I'm taking so many unnecessary hits. But so is he. I forgot to wear my mittens, you're right. How many people we got in the chat right now? 48? That's not so bad. That's like pretty darn good. For Valentine's Day night? For Valentine's night? Flameman! Blizzard Man was seriously wounded, but the soul still burns. We just made a Soul Calibur reference a second ago, right? What did I say earlier? What hurts this guy? Oh, it's Windstorm! I like haven't shown you this power. But it travels along the ground, and... Can it go through these, actually? I don't know. Yes! Yeah, it can go through the flame pillars. Yo, where can I get those shades? I don't know, my friend Kira H gave me these. You can ask her. When she's in the chat. Ugh, this guy. Time to plant B him. Time for plant B. Dude, whatever. Gots to go, Karma bro. Stay fresh. Yo, Coaster Cox, appreciate you. Alright, obviously the next guy is Windman. Or someone else. I was right! Ah, I jumped straight into him. Do you think that was a good idea? I'm out of C-Flash. How could I have done this? Can't believe you've done this. Get knockbacked. Knockback? Awful property to have on a melee weapon. But on a ranged weapon, it good. What beats Centaur Man? Simon L. What kills this guy? Is it spears? Like, I can't imagine that wouldn't hurt him. Wait, no, it's not this. It's, this. We already had this conversation and I forgot. Yeah, whatever. Whoa, where did this come from? Do you like spoons or prefer forks? Yo, Danny, I love this question. I am a spoons guy all the way. Forks, great, don't get me wrong, but oh my gosh, like, I'll eat pasta with a spoon. I'll eat rice with a spoon. Anything you can eat with a fork, I'll try it with a spoon. But knives? Look, if you can't cut it with a fork, it's not worth eating. Forks are better for ice cream. I was holding left that entire time, and I wasn't able to get into that little gap with the weapon energy. Yo, that's such a high jump. How do you eat steak with a spoon, please? Wait, you use utensils for steak? Wait, this is like the last boss, isn't it? I think I made it, y'all. Probably want to use this. Now you gotta tell me if this hurts him because his, oh yeah, that's crushing him. I was about to say his life bar is like behind my webcam. Look at this freaking chump. Doesn't even stun me when he lands on the ground and shakes it. And just gets crushed by axes. That's a whole game. See ya, idiot. Wait, I think this next form is also vulnerable to axes. He shot his little lollipop at me. I also think there's like a random glitch you can do here where sometimes if you just shoot an axe off screen, it will damage him. I'll look into that, actually. That's goofy enough that I could make a whole short out of it. I thought maybe it would work there. I don't know how it works, but I've seen it. Dang, this guy has 3 life bars, though. I got bars. Well, I'm out of axes. What do I do now? I don't think beat actually hurts him. Let's try this. Oh, I thought I had the read on him. Right there, no? Boom! We beat the game, everybody. That's all of Mega Man 6. This dude just fell from a height of like 30 feet and is fine, by the way. Well, he's not like fine. He seems to be more into that than he should be. When I roped him there. Triumphant at last, Mega Man arrested the notorious Dr. Wily, that's his rap name, and brought him to justice. Sentenced to prison for his crimes and his opinions, Dr. Wily now rules over a prison cell. At long last, yo, Rogue Effect donated $10, and the world is at peace. Thank you so much for the donation, Rogue Effect, and thank you so much, staff, for making this game. Yo, we beat Mega Man 6, everybody. And for this ending, they show all of the robots, practicing in their apartment at home. They're just working. This guy's just working out. Blizzard Man. Designer Hirofumi Ogawa. We did it, CJ. Yeah, this guy's like, oh yeah, when Mega Man comes, I'm gonna give him one of these, then I'm gonna run over here, I'm gonna do the flash thing, because it's ability unknown for me, and then I'm gonna shoot my bullet at the wall, and he'll think that's it, but then the bullet refracts into a whole bunch of other bullets. That'll get him. Does he lay off a bunch of people? Oh yeah, Dr. Wily's like, robots, you're fired. I'm making 8 more for the next game. Get it? You're fired. I'm hilarious. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching me beat Mega Man 6. This game's so good. Even if the Legacy Collection has input delay and eats my inputs every now and then. You gonna play more Dragon Quest VIII? Yeah, Carlos Phillips, probably tomorrow. If I get the chance to stream it tomorrow, I'll do that. Because I haven't done like a... I should get back to my regularly streamed content. Mighty Dorotus, thanks for being here. This game is awesome, says Nimbus. Plant Man's music is great, too. But yeah, I've been streaming Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, as well as Dragon Quest VIII on PlayStation 2. And then a couple days ago, my friend Megaharv, who is a Canadian YouTube friend of mine, was like, hey there, KarmaJolt. Just found out that if you stream in vertical phone format, there's a chance you'll show up in people's shorts feeds. So I've been doing that for the last couple days, and that's been a ton of fun. Tomahawk Man. He's shooting like the little feathers from his headdress. And also he's got an axe for a hand. Like, that's gotta be annoying and uncomfortable at times. Like, imagine sleeping and you just turn over and you, like, accidentally slice yourself with your axe. I said accidentally. No pun intended. Will you play Mega Man Battle Network? Yo, Gamey Gamer Derp, never tried it, but I've heard that, like, a lot of people just love Mega Man Battle Network. Yo, Michael Leader was the name of the creator of Windman? That's dope. What's up, Raiden? I see you in the chat. What's the best NES game? Simon L. I love Dragon Warrior 3. That's my favorite anyway. Yamato Man. Guy with a spear. What a great game. Yeah, my mom got me this game when I was in, like, 2nd grade. And it was mine, you know? Not that I didn't let my brothers play it, but it was like one of the few times where I was like, this game's mine, so I get the first turn. I was the youngest. I have two older brothers. And, you know, usually I was fine with watching them play games, but I did want to play every now and then. And it turned out, like, later when we got a Super Nintendo, or when we went to a friend's house and they were playing the Super Nintendo, I was like, well, I'm gonna go play the regular Nintendo, because that's what we called it back then. So, I played a lot of NES when I was growing up, because my brothers would always occupy the Super SNES system. Presented by Capcom. To be continued. We did it, everybody. Cheers. Thank you so much for watching me play some Mega Man 6. Oh, you hit the start button and it just starts over. You can actually go back to the title screen here. That's what that sounds like in reverse. And I'm gonna show you the password that I had memorized. Yeah, so I gotta find out, what is the difference between this and the other password? I got that stored up here. I'm pretty sure I don't have the energy balancer when I use this password. The regular Nintendo NES system. Thank you, Rug Effect. No, this has the energy balancer. And beat. So what is the difference between those two passwords? Nothing? Let's back up. The sound effects backwards are hilarious to me for some reason. Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Could be the lives or E-tanks. Yeah, that's what I was gonna check. Did you get my last message? No. Flip YT, what'd you say? When are you playing Mega Man X? Probably real soon. Okay, so what's the other password? It's like this or something? Not quite. It's maybe that. I'm close. What's the password that it gave me at the end of the game? It was that. Okay, so what's the difference? Okay, so the last password I had 2 lives and 0 E-tanks. What about this one? I love playing with a rewind too. Yeah, Mega Edge. Same exact password. I don't know. I don't know, everybody. I guess it's just the same. And maybe that's allowed. And I'm just being picky over nothing. But hey, thank you so much, everybody, for watching me play a whole lot of Mega Man 6. Until next time, this is KarmaJolt signing off. Tell your friends I'm great. It's your flippity-dippity wooden yep, as Missy Elliott says. You know, the thing she says backwards. Alright, go to sleep. Happy Valentine's Day.